our listener reads the book, they're reading the book. How do you have the book laid out? You talked about the 7 universal truths. Are you okay to share a couple of those with us?
Yeah, I can share them all. I think it starts off really on this personal journey that I've had to get to where, 15 years of researching exponential leaders, talking to them, facilitating conversations between their companies and others. But universal truths is that we are always right. To think is to create. Your perception is your reality. And I think that's one of the first universal truths is when you say something internally to yourself, you're saying it to the world. The world is that vibration, that energy is getting out. So when you're saying you're not good enough or you can't do this, and it's like, hey, I want that new shiny red Range Rover. And then, a day later, I don't really need it. Well, guess what? You're not going to get it now. And that's where to think is to create. And, you see these exponential leaders is sometimes they can show ego and different things because one, we don't think and talk like them because they just believe they know they can speak it into existence. Then they continue to work on it and they learn and, make mistakes and they learn from that. And then they find their winnings. They'll keep moving on. The other is we are habits. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. So this goes to any locker room in the country focuses on, habits to get their players to, perform the best. The greatest have the greatest systems. You look at Saban and, how systemic he is with every single thing they do and how important every coach is to making sure the system works. They're just better at creating the habits. Yeah, sure. Then they recruit the best talent, but they still got to fine tune that to perform every year. Attitude is everything. I think, you always hire on attitude because if someone walks in and wants to learn, they're not going to be fearful of making mistakes. What we resist persists. You got to let some go things. I mean, so much people are so proud of, I use this analogy that you have this red wagon you carry behind with all your crap. And every time if crap falls out, you actually go and pick it up and put it back in your wagon because you want to carry it around because it's like a badge of honor. Let that shit go,
Right. Yeah. To me, that's like arrival points, departure points, right? Just that's it. Move on. It goes back to the universe.